back into it? I know you had a big scrimmage last week. What's kind of the general assessment when you look at how things have gone so far?
Obviously, it's year 2 in the system, and it shows guys are a little bit more comfortable in the communication part, and it's not really needs to be, but they feel more comfortable. You can see the execution a lot earlier than it was last year, and there's still obviously some things we got to clear up and clean up a little bit, but I think they're playing at a faster pace because of the knowledge of the defense, and that's what we've seen the first 10 practices or so.
You look at the experience of that defensive backfield, does it really play out? How long these guys have played together? Does that really show up on the practice field? How long they've played together?
I think so. Based on what I just said, that it's year 2. They understand the defense a little bit better. Obviously, with their past experience, game experience, they know when to make the adjustments and the checks at certain times, because we obviously are reading a lot of stuff and keying a lot of the formations and calls and what to expect, and they have a good anticipation of what to expect that's coming before the snap. Last year, it's especially early on, and I'm really talking about spring and then heading into camp, was they were still trying to learn the defense. But again, when guys that have game experience, like the guys, the vets, the pace is a lot easier now for them to digest, you know what I mean? So instead of looking at how fast the offense is going, they kind of know the calls, they know the adjustments, the communication is happening a lot faster, and they're allowed to play faster.
Replacing a guy like Rashard Cousins, do you see Aaron Robinson maybe becoming that slot corner for you, or who is competing against that?
Talking about the nickel position? Yeah, right now it's Aaron is one of them, and Dylan Lester, and they're doing a good job. Again, every year it's a different team. Even though you might have some guys returning and stuff like that, it's a different team. But Causey wasn't even starting until the 4th ball game, full time. So we were still trying to figure out who's it going to be, and he was the most consistent guy at the time that started coming on, and so again, Aaron's an older guy that's getting an opportunity here and he's really had a really good camp. To see him execute the defense now from that position, going from corner to nickel. He's done a really nice job starting in spring and now in the fall. A lot more ahead than he was a year ago, even at the corner position.
How can Richie Grant continue to elevate his game? Obviously, he's a very experienced player and one of the top players on defense, but where can he take another step?
Well, again, just like we tell all our guys, it's really what have you done lately? You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter what. Only thing you can gain from your past is the experience you've gained, and you learn from the good, you learn from the bad, and he just needs to be consistent and come to work every day, be a great leader by, first of all, being a great teammate. He's got to be a good teammate, and he's got to be really good and do his job and be consistent in that way, so he can actually, be a great communicator to the team, and just be the same guy. Whatever you did last year is really not going to do anything for you this year, other than put a, hey, he's a really good player, but he's got to prove himself every day in practice, and because he knows that the competition really is in practice. I mean, he could lose his job at any time. Not that he's going to. I'm just saying there's the competition of what have you done for us today, and just be the same guy, be consistent, learn from we had, all the success he had last year. He could have done a lot better. He knows that. He's kind of gone into this season thinking about that, things he can improve on, the weaknesses, and build off the strengths.
What's that competition like for the other safety spot vacated by Kyle Gibson?
Yep, and Antoine Collier and Jordan Hayes, and it's been a great competition, and we've got some other guys too, whether it's Derek Gaines or Jermaine McMillan, but it's been really good. I mean, Jordan's got a lot of experience coming in, but Antoine's really improved his game from a standpoint of fundamentals and technique, football position. The things that he was, not as good a year ago or 2 years ago, he's really done. He's taken a step in the right direction, and so it's great competition, and we just want to keep on doing it because we need more guys to play. So.
What do you see like another young guy like Tay Gowan out there at the corner?
He's really not young. He's a kid that's played for 2 years. Now it's his 3rd year. Coming out of junior college, he's got some experience, some game experience. So we wanted him to come in here and compete for the job, and he's done that. He's done that from the spring. Had some injuries, that set him back a little bit. Nothing serious, where he had a pulled hamstring, whatever, and then that kind of set him back a little bit in the spring. developing in our defense, but came back, this fall, and obviously is doing a pretty good job and compete for that, for reps.
And Dylan Lester hasn't lost any of coming back from injury.
Yeah.
He looks like the same guy.
Well, I would say he's the same guy. He's obviously coming off a significant injury, and he's doing really well, and you can see each day he's gaining confidence in our scheme and in himself, and he's doing a really good job. Every day he's making improvements, and so that's what we want to see.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Coach.